Only one mistake in food can generate tumor, or it can let us live for 100 years. The topic is iron. I am going to show you facts, scientific facts about iron from a cellular perspective which you have never heard and seen before. I give you the guarantee. Before I start, I share with you my experience about iron. I was very small as a child actually. My mama took me to doctor and doctor made an analysis and recognized that I have too little iron in my blood. And doctor gave iron injections. For 3 weeks, I have gotten everyday injections. It was a nightmare. It was horrible. And after 3 weeks, did it help? Of course not. I was a small person. I became a small person. Also today, I am a small person actually. This was 50 years ago. The question is now, is something different today? I think it became even worse. People who have iron deficiency, they take some iron supplements, I can understand that. But also today, normal people have started taking irons, believing that they have some deficiency in iron. That is dangerous, that can generate cancer. Today, I am going to show you this context of iron with cancer. My name is Dr. Cayli. I am biotechnologist. I work in my own biotechnology company with human cells in the last 25 years. Let's start with basic question. What is the difference between healthy human cells and cancer cells? Can we see them? When we look those cells under microscope, it looks the same actually. We cannot optically detect which one is cancer cell, which one is a healthy cell. They look all the same. This cell can be, for example, cancer cell, or it can be a normal cell. So the detection is more based on their behavior. Cancer and healthy cells behave totally different. And I am going to show you what is the difference. Normally, when we take from human body cells, healthy cells, and we let them grow on this flask here, you can see, and these cells attach on the surface and then start growing. When we look at the cells under microscope, it looks like so. They have attached on the surface. When these cells would be a cancer cell, the cancer cell can also attach on the surface. But if we take them from the surface and put something like this one without attachment, even then they can grow and they look totally different. The healthy cells cannot grow here. They need to attach on the surface, but the cancer cells can grow with attachment or without attachment. They don't care because they know only cell grow and they would like to grow without any limit. Also in their metabolism there is big difference. The cancer cells are like wild animals. They would like to eat constantly, like bacteria. They love sugar, they love protein. And if you don't give them fat, they don't care. They even produce their fat by themselves. However, the gentle human normal cells, they are very, very gentle and they don't need very much nutrients. They need very little sugar, very little protein. They need very little but good fat. Only then they grow, and at a certain point they stop growing. But the cancer cells, they never stop growing. As soon as they have enough protein and sugar, they grow and grow and grow. In the end, they kill us. Now, in terms of iron, there is big difference, very big difference. Those gentle human cells, they need very little iron. As soon as we give them too much iron, they cannot grow. One day, if they start growing, that means they turn to a cancer cell and then they start growing under a lot of iron. The cancer cells need 10 times more iron for maximal growth. If you give to the cancer cells very little iron like the normal healthy cells, they don't grow. That is very interesting and big difference actually. That means if we don't want that tumor should grow in our body, we should reduce iron. As soon as we reduce iron, they cannot grow, but our healthy cells, they don't care, they continue to grow very slowly. The next question is, how do we get iron? Iron is very important for us. Iron is for energy metabolism important. Without iron, we cannot live very long. We need iron, but as soon as we take too much iron, our cells turn to cancer. That is actually important key message. How do we get iron? There are fundamentally two different sources of iron. The first one is Heme iron. Heme iron is actually the iron which is in blood and in blood cells. You see here the meat, actually it is almost always animal food is meat. In meat, in blood, iron is stored. That is Heme iron. The second group of iron are non-Heme iron. It is then stored in vegetables. These two are fundamentally different also in their reaction in our body. Now, let's look to the literature. What does the literature says? Literature says iron indicates and iron generates cancer. There is not one, not two, not 100, maybe 200 publications about iron and the generation of cancer. Please read this. That is an overview article, or this one, and they show you the summary of all the literature in the last maybe 20 years. Another fact about iron is that iron generates cancer if it is too much, and that iron comes from the meat, from Heme iron. That means if you get much iron through vegetable, don't worry about that, because you can actually not get very much iron through vegetables. But if you eat a lot of meat, you get a lot of iron, and that generates cancer. Please look here two important latest publications. Now the question, what the cells eat? Cells don't eat only iron, they eat everything else. Let's look. That is a cell that can be something which is taken from our body, and under microscope it is then enlarged, and this one tiny cell can take all these nutrients simultaneously. That is maybe the most important key message I would like to give to you. If you give to the cells only iron to eat, iron is only one component and they cannot eat. This iron destroys the balance between all the other nutrients. Cells can grow and take the nutrients only if all of them are offered to the cells at the same time, simultaneously. And only giving one nutrient, like iron, it is actually counterproductive. Iron is pro-oxidative. That means actually iron oxidizes, generates something like that. Iron generates oxidation in our body. Maybe that is the reason why it induces cancer. No one knows really, but the people know that iron generates cancer. Maybe that is through the oxidation. I can imagine that you have heard many times antioxidant, antioxidant, antioxidant. People write a lot about antioxidant. And the iron is the opposite, pro-oxidative. Therefore, we have to be very careful. We should not take too much iron. It can oxidize some other nutrients in our body. Now, the take-home message is we have learned what that means, iron for cancer. Iron is very important. If we take it too much, it can generate cancer. And which iron generates cancer? That is mostly meat containing iron, this Heme iron. There we have to be careful. If it is the summary, now let's look the market. How is the market reacting to this fact? Today in market you can buy iron supplement. Even the healthy people, I am shocked, healthy people buy iron supplement and eat, and they believe that they have some iron deficiency. And what that means in cellular aspect actually, it is that you are eating one chemical, one nutrient. What about with the rest? The rest of hundreds of nutrients. When we look at it from cellular perspective, look here, we have all these nutrients, what we need to eat, what our cells need at the same time, simultaneously. If you give to the cells only one, you destroy the balance. Where are the other nutrients? You don't give them. And that is one reason why the balance is destroyed. Scientists have learned it. They have learned giving only one chemical is not good. The cells need multiple nutrients at the same time. Therefore, industry goes and brings new product to the market. For example, here we can see it is iron and vitamin C. They have learned two nutrients are now offered to the cells. But is it solution? When we look how many nutrients we need and only two of them are in optimum and offered to our cells, is it solution? No, absolutely not. So another company have learned one new aspect and they said, okay, if it is the case, I offer 6 nutrients. Here you can see another product from the market. Vitamin B9, lysine, iron, zinc, vitamin C, etc. They put all these nutrients together in one tiny pill. What that means for cellular perspective, you can see one more time. We need all these nutrients in this optimal range, and through this pill we get only 6 of them. 6. And the cell has actually nothing changed. Cells can metabolize, eat those nutrients only if they are offered all together in a pattern. Offering 1 or 6 or 10 doesn't change anything actually. It is equally detrimental for the cells. There is one more aspect. There are some products in market. For example, here there is one product that's supposed to activate our immune system. When you look the ingredients, you see a lot of chemicals. 90% they are all chemicals inside. And there is no word about iron, but there are also iron in these pills, in these products inside. That means you buy this product for a lot of money and hope that your immune system will be good and activated. You eat and you generate counterproductive effect in your body, because there are more or less all the chemicals. Chemicals are never good like the natural products, but also iron inside, and you even don't recognize that you are eating iron and generating the starting point for cancer. What about with natural iron source? Look here, chocolate. Chocolate is the #1 product which you can eat to get iron. If you eat this chocolate, you get hundreds, not hundreds, several hundreds nutrients at the same time. All the known nutrients and unknown nutrients for our cells. Let's look the analysis of chocolate. How does it look? Look here. All these nutrients we need, and only 25 grams of this chocolate. 25 grams is this. This is enough to get enough iron. Here you can see enough iron per day. And you get all other nutrients as well. Why do you eat some supplements? Why do you pay a lot of money for supplements to activate the immune system, blah, 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 and with the hope that it promotes your health? They are counterproductive. That is the product. That is the natural product. And if you eat these 25 gram chocolate has several hundred nutrients, everything what your cells need. And if you eat it because you are concerned about iron, look here, that is the iron concentration. It is in optimal range, only 25 grams. I cannot understand the people who can buy these supplements. Chocolate, everyone loves it. I mean, it tastes very nice, and scientifically, it can never be worse than any chemical. Therefore, I don't understand the motivation of using the chemicals. Now, in the end, I would like to show you a diagram about the foods and their iron content. This is only for the people who are concerned about iron, that they have maybe too little iron. Look here, we have thyme, it is a spice, or cardamom, another spice. If you eat 100 grams of those, you get, 5 times more iron than what you need per day. That is, this red line is the iron amount what you need per day. Now, of course, you cannot eat 100 gram thyme. It is a spice. And you need maybe 10 gram, 5 gram. Even if you eat 10 gram, it is 10, you are already here. That means, actually, I am showing this, that if you cook any kind of food and put spices on it, all the spices, almost all the spices are very rich in iron, and I could not plot all of them. Put 5 gram spice on it, or of thyme or oregano. Already, on this 5 gram or 10 gram oregano, already you have so much iron so that the whole iron demand for that day is covered. But think about, you don't eat only oregano, you eat a lot of other things per day, but only this tiny amount of spice covers already what you need. Therefore, you have to be very careful with iron. You don't need to think about to take some supplements. And if you think about supplements, if you believe you need to take iron, of course you cannot eat spices, but let's move here, dill. Make a salad and put dill on it. And how much? 100 gram dill has almost double amount of iron. Of course you cannot eat 100 gram, but put this enough, that is enough actually for whole day. You don't eat only one time, you eat 3 times a day and you have enough iron. Or go and here pork, that is actually all kind of meats have a lot of iron, we have spoken before. And then black tea, any kind of tea, but also here chocolate. Chocolate we have spoken, that covers all the iron what you need per day. And then here you can see the soya beans, mushrooms, etc. Almost everything has enough iron. Now, I am in the end of my presentation. The key message is following. Normal people don't need any iron supplement. Only people who have iron deficiency and anemia illness, and they might need iron supplement, is true. And normal eating of food that delivers you enough iron. And be careful, very careful by meat. As soon as you eat too much meat, you get too much iron. It is called heme iron. That heme iron is in correlation with cancer. That can be the reason why people get more and more cancer, especially those people who eat a lot of meat. I am a scientist. I spend my days by discussing with other scientists. Because internet is full with half information about diet, I was thinking it would be a good idea to make this YouTube channel and to bring our information from laboratory so that the people can get a new perspective. That perspective is a cellular perspective, and that is quite different actually. But I don't know if it is good or not. I need your feedback. If you like it, please give me feedback. If you have questions, please ask. I would like to answer your questions, and I would like to enter in a dialogue with you.